welcome back to our channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, your time. Thank you guys for your continuous support. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Turn on the bell for more video. Welcome our new members. To the old ones, God bless you. If you're passing by, please join us. As you're supporting us in this channel, may the Lord support you in everything you lay your hands. Amen. To the news and details. Some weeks ago, the northern governors said that the southern governors had no right of any gathering, and they had no right to take any decision. That was what they said on air. And one of them said, was any northern there? Was any northern there before they took the decision of bounding open grazing and all that? And that was for the betterment of their community. It might please you to know that the same northern governors has gathered and there is no south governor there. So they have the right to gather and take decisions that will betterment their community, but the south governors has no right. Who is fooling who? I want us to watch. Let me know your thoughts in the section below. And please, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell for more video. Watch, and I will see us on my next video.
They will all rise up as we wait for the Excellency and his entourage for this very, very important gathering. Very quickly, we will be seated and we sing as they are here. Never have to consult anybody. After all, are beyond being questioned. Peace or wish, we're here today deliberating for the zonal vision Republic of Nigeria 1999.
I am here to further expound on the memo we submitted before this August committee since August the 7th, 2020. One of the issues that we presented there is the issue of state creation. For over 30 years, the people of Southern Kaduna have always presented a case for a state to be created. And it has become difficult even with the report of the 2014 National Conference, where it was recommended that 18 states be created, including Gurara State, for the people of Southern Kaduna.
1 minute.
Section 8 of the Constitution has become very cumbersome. So we hereby suggest that this committee amend Section 8 of the Constitution to make it possible for the state of Gurara to be created. Secondly, we suggest also a restructuring of the present geopolitical structures. We have 6 geopolitical arrangements and Southern Kaduna is in the northwest zone. We want an 8th geopolitical arrangement where Gurara State, if created, will be part of Middle Belt West geopolitical zone. And we also want to recommend here that the Land Use Act in the Constitution be expunged because it has made indigenous and community landowners to suffer unfair treatment where land is taken from indigenous owners at will. And so we recommend that this section of the Constitution be removed and a law be made in that regard.
We are aware that from 1987 to 1992, the state has witnessed unfortunate incidents of communal and religious disturbances, the most recent being the Double Katap communal disturbances of February and May 1992. Because for the last 4 decades, over 40 instances of crisis have been recorded, with so many deaths and loss of property. So it is that conviction that so I have to summarize. It is our belief that this is in the interest of the country to separate these communities that are irreconcilable in Kaduna State. These people of Kaduna, South Central District, have the wrong perception that they are dominated and marginalized. That's why the creation of chiefdoms for them and the control over 60% of the civil service should be allowed to enjoy their best and advocating for self-determination through the creation of proposed rural states out of the federal community. Similarly, the self-determination and wishes of some people and communities of some parts of both Kaduna Central and Kaduna South Central District who already be part of the proposed unity state should be recognized and respected. If these are realized, to go along to bring an end to the interethnic religious conflicts for enduring peace and political stability and the sustained economic development and prosperity of the areas, in particular in Nigeria as a whole.
This is the most enduring constitution. It has not been actually reviewed in the last 22 years now. And of course, we are facing a lot of crises in terms of governance because the constitution itself is outdated. That is why we are here to listen to the views of the general public so that they can be able to also give us their own input, because we want to have a people's constitution, and the constitution that will be giving opportunity to the people to also make their contribution is the best constitution needed for this country. And the areas we are looking at in this very important meeting we are doing here in this zone comprising of Kaduna, Katsina, Kano and Jigawa states is to look at some very contentious issues. The issues are the issue of insecurity, which a lot of state governors are clamoring for the state police, which of course I personally have sponsored 4 bills to be able to create state police in this country, and I welcome this very development because at the end of the day I have no doubt in my mind we may be on the same page with not only the state governors, the National Assembly, even the executive of the government and even the general public, that the issue of insecurity is very critical, and we need to have the state police by decentralizing the Nigerian police force. And the second issue in contention is the issue of devolution of power. A lot of people are clamoring for resource control, that states should be allowed to manage resources in their own states. Of course, it's also, for me, it's a welcome development and it will help state to develop faster. Then another issue that is very critical is the issue of reform in the area of judiciary. You're aware that we're having a lot of crises in the state judiciary because you find a single judge at the High Court having over 300 cases to look into. And I believe we have to decentralize the judiciary and give the governors powers to appoint High Court judges. Then another area that is also extremely very contentious is the issue of minimum wage. We believe every state has its own peculiarity. Of course, Kaduna State is the first state in Nigeria to accept the minimum wage. But I believe it's a piece of legislation that was passed, but I believe it might not be realistic because a lot of states at the moment cannot be able to pay the minimum wage. Only 3 states in Nigeria are paying the minimum wage. Only Kaduna State, Lagos State and Rivers State at the moment. And that means it's not realistic. So we have to review it and look at the peculiarity of every state. And we also look at the area of giving local governments autonomy. They must have full power if we want development at the grassroots level. I know in Kaduna State here, we don't tamper with the local government affairs. We allow them to have their own money. But if you go to other states, the situation is different. So if we want the development of our own country in general, we must give the local governments powers to also administer their own affairs by allowing them to have autonomy and to abolish the issue of joint account between the state and local government. For me, these are the 4 or 5 key areas that are contentious. If we can resolve these 4 or 5 areas, I have no doubt in my mind we can have a country that everybody will have.